As this video is a continuation of videos 1 to 5, if you haven't already watched them, I strongly recommend you do, in their correct order, before watching this video. This video is more about Enoch and Elijah, mentioned in some ancient manuscripts, but first let's find out what the adversary actually is in humans by revealing the lies produced by both Hebrew writings and the Roman Church. Was Adam created in the image of God? The short answer is no. Not in a million years. It was man, not Adam, who is created in the image of God. So, let's see what the Bible has to say about the creation of Adam. In the first book of Moses, called Genesis, which has been bastardized by the scribes, in chapter 2, verse 7, quote, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground," end quote. First of all, man, which is the soul, was created in the image of God. Adam is not man. Adam was formed from the dust of the ground, unlike the soul, which was formed without hands, neither by hands, nor having hands, as in the case of Adam. The generations of Adam have stolen or adopted the title of the soul, which is man. Continuing with verse 7, quote, "And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life," note, the air is the life of the adversary, not the life of God, which is the light of men. Continuing with verse 7, quote, "And man became a living soul," end quote. This is a blatant lie by the adversary. The flesh is in no way the soul. No matter what humans imagine or believe. In chapter 3 of the same book, in verse 14, it is written, quote, "And the Lord God said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life," end quote. Note, the serpent is cursed above all cattle, and every beast of the field, and that by, or upon his belly, shall eat the dust of the ground. Note carefully, humans rely upon their belly, and eat the dust of the ground, all the days of their lives. Vegetables, fruit, and herbs are made up of the dust of the ground, mutated by the plant's DNA. Even the meat that is eaten comes from the ground, through the foliage that animals eat, mutated by their DNA. The same applies to the sea creatures that are eaten. And in verse 17, quote, "Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life," end quote. So, you can see the adversary involves the human body, born of fornication, i.e. adultery, involving Eve, Azazel, and Adam. So, what is said to be the human species today are the descendants of adultery the adversary has become. The children of the devil, involving the flesh. Humans now have the knowledge of good and evil, as foretold by the Lord. If they take of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they would die. The tree refers to directory trees. The knowledge of evil involves the human animal, having double logic in their genome, whose algorithm title is 666. And the knowledge of good is life, the real self, which is an offspring of the life of God. Now to reveal Enoch and Elijah. Enoch and Elijah are the two large squares, involving the processing system of life, also referred to as the two witnesses before God. The red square involves the processing, while the blue square involves the libraries. Together with the logos, you can access the libraries, involving pictures and storybooks. Here is a drawing revealing the sackcloth that clothes them. Now that I have identified the difference between life, the real self, an offspring, and child of God, and the adversary that dwells in the flesh, and have revealed what Enoch and Elijah are, I shall reveal the processing system of life, and how to access the books in the libraries of the processing system of life, in the following videos of this series.